It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hey, Ernie Johnson here, and I'm joined by Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. We're bringing you the Houston Rockets out at Toyota Center as they face off against the Miami Heat. For Miami, 5-5 over their last 10 games, but they're not satisfied with 500 ball, looking to tack one onto the win tally tonight. And guys, it's hard to believe that for a portion of his career, Hassan Whiteside was having a hard time getting minutes at all. He was even out of the league for a few years. What clicked for him to become the player he is today?
Well, I've talked to him personally, Ernie, and he understood that work and focus was all he needed to be in the NBA. He started playing to his strengths. Every now and then he does silly stuff. I'll call him and say, hey, straighten up. That's why he got the big contract, Ernie.
Yeah, there seem to be times when he's not exactly dialed in.
He's not dialed in, but he's a young player. But, you know, when I don't see him dialed in, then that's when I dial in and say, yo, man, you got to get dialed in.
And he takes your calls?
Oh, of course he does.
Well, you know, it's hard to get second chances in this league, but he's made the most of them. And when he's making the most of them, he's getting them SLNs. You know what that is.
Shaq-like numbers.
Without question.
That's what that meant. Wow.
Thanks, Kenny.
Thanks, Kenny.
That'll do it for now. We send you to Kevin Harlan, who's got the call.
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
We've got a full house of rabid Rocket fans packed into the arena here in Houston, Texas. Sit back and enjoy this presentation of NBA basketball on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. From the sideline, our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. And we've got time for a quick pregame report. With that being said, let's head to the sideline and our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. D.A.?
Well, guys, James Harden is a great offensive player, but there's no mistaking it. He does dominate the ball. Now, that can bother teammates sometimes, but Coach Mike D'Antoni says when they feel that paycheck every 2 weeks, that should make them play hard. You have to be a star in your role. So when James gets the ball to you, shoot it, and then run back and play hard as heck. Kevin?
Thanks. He's a great passer, David. There's no doubt he can set the table. Clark, having a deep rotation, a strong bench, sure helps a team in so many ways, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. I think it allows you to keep constant pressure on the opposition when you have a deep bench that's capable. It just puts a lot of pressure on the opponent. And it also keeps your guys fresh and engaged. Not just fresh physically, but engaged mentally as well.
Ready, gentlemen? Ready?
And so the tip-off, it's Miami. Now a chance, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. The starting five on the floor. On the floor for Miami, Dragic and Waiters, they're the backcourt. Olynyk down low with Whiteside. And it's Winslow in at the small forward position. Now here's Anthony. Turned in an outstanding game against Golden State. A beautiful reverse layup. Anthony's got the first basket of the game for the Rockets.
And love the muscle Anthony brings to the three spot. Takes pride in outworking everyone when he's that deep inside.
Dragic against Paul. Dragic against the bucket.
Great awareness. No reason to take it inside there against the taller man.
Yeah, he knew he had him beat, Greg. I mean, that was clear. Took advantage of the space he had and then calmly and quietly drained it from the mid-range. That's good basketball.
Offensive rebound. Kicks it out to Harden. Pass to Carmelo. Back to Harden. And now just over a minute played here in the first. And it's Harden slamming it down.
And Harden, an absolutely vicious dunker. Terrific at bouncing towards the rim for the epic throwdown.
That Unleash Chaos Under Armour replay really giving us a good look at the action. Now here's Dragic. He's coming off a 10-point game against the Hornets in Charlotte. Scooped up.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him.
It's deflected. Here's Waiters. The putback. It's good on the putback.
Yeah, and the presence of Whiteside in the paint, really unreal. He is a dominant figure down low. Great work to grab that second chance opportunity.
Now here's Paul. He picked up 15 points in their last win against Golden State. Fires from 14. It's good. Paul's got his first points of the night.
Nice to see how easy he takes over games. Makes it look elementary. I mean, that's why they feed him the rock so much.
Dragic dishes to Waiters. Whiteside, a screen on Harden. Shot clock at 5. Snatched up. Whiteside, no good.
Well, at best, the defense was average. I mean, he must make sure to finish these layups. Got to make those.
And stolen by Whiteside. Ball against Dragic. Kicks to Winslow. Here's the screen. Feeds it to Olynyk, and Waiters has it in the corner. Just 5 on the clock. Over Harden. Shot's good by Waiters. Here's Paul. He's been producing a fair amount of offense night in and night out as he's averaging 14 points a game. And there's the feed to Harden. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. And you know about Harden shooting and his ability to get to the line and all that, but you know, Clark, what some people don't realize is just how fast he's going end to end. I mean, he can just blow by players in the open floor.
Yeah, he's got deceptive speed, Kevin, and part of that is how he's worked to change his body from his college days at Arizona State to who he is in the NBA. He slimmed down a bit, but he still has that strength and that barrel-chestedness that allows him to play so well through contact. But you're right, his speed is lethal and deceptive.
That one is off.
And James Harden is clearly an MVP caliber talent. No doubt about that. A triple-double threat who really is a stat sheet stuffer supreme.
And he's good on the second.
And when you watch this Rockets team, you can see just how explosive they are on the offensive end. Almost everyone on the floor can hurt you from deep, and they all know their role and execute it to a T.
Now here's Waiters. The scoring numbers have been solid for him. He's averaging just under 14 points a game.
How on earth did they let him get that wide open?
Rockets trail. Paul kicks to Capella. Back to Paul. Anderson outside. From deep three-point range. That one misses. Now the Heat take it the other way. And last season, the Rockets' offense was incredible. Then they go and add Chris Paul.
They can run a team off the floor if they get hot. Two great playmakers in Paul and Harden. And making a move for Paul made a lot of teams fear what the Rockets can do now on offense.
And Hassan Whiteside in this deep, forget about it, Kevin. I mean, he's great at getting inside and finishing with force.
Screen by Capella for 3. Tries again. And it's Whiteside with the rebound. Whiteside's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Dragic the pass to Whiteside. Plays it up and banks it in. Whiteside's got 6 points.
Yeah, those shots are taken totally in rhythm. High percentage quality shots and really getting whatever he wants.
There's the pick. Paul dishes to Carmelo. Over Dragic, and Anthony gets it to go.
Well, you got to respect the jump shot of Anthony because he's got the ultimate green light. And because of that freedom, he's a dangerous guy on the perimeter.
Dragic kicks to Waiters. Right side against Capella. Right side, the pass to Olynyk. It's stolen by Capella. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Anderson. The Heat leading by 4. Right side a screen. And Waiters kicks to Dragic. The dish to Olynyk. Pass to Dragic. 5 to shoot. Waiters for 3. The shot missing. And the Rockets take it the other way. They come in fresh off a win against the Warriors.
And once they established that flow offensively, really never got any resistance from the D.
And, you know, Greg, they were sinking shots left and right, and that's got to be demoralizing for the defense. They were in a real zone.
Here's Dragic. James Harden picking up that last basket. Dragic kicks to Winslow. Right side with it. 17 points for him last game against Charlotte.
And also 4 blocks. I mean, just an important factor on both ends.
Now Paul, after the missed 3 from Goran Dragic, dishes to Capella, to the paint. Here's Anderson, and it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. They get Hassan Whiteside.
You know, Kevin, when you think of what a stretch 4 looks like, one of the first guys that comes to my mind is Ryan Anderson. Excellent shooting touch. And his shot looks like a smaller guy's shot with the mechanics being so perfect. He's been making threes from the very start of his NBA career.
Shooting 2.
And he makes the first. And Anderson is such a great shooter from outside. Also at this point in his career is a high character locker room presence. Clark, a great veteran leader.
Yeah, I agree with you, Kevin. I mean, just another reason why he's so valuable. I mean, he's shown his entire career that he's reliable as an outside shooter. Exactly the kind of player that stretches the defense and creates opportunities for his teammates on offense.
Boy, he's got a great stroke from the line. That's not something we can say about all the league's big guys.
Richardson kicks to Wade. He dishes it to Ellington. That falls. Nice feed that time from Dwayne Wade. And the Heat lead by 3. For Houston, they've gotten 5 of 10 shots to drop in this game so far. Right at the 50% mark. Carter Williams kicks to Gordon. On the wing, Green. Unloads from 13. Rebound by the Heat. Defeated by the Hornets in their last game. They'll try to put that one behind them.
And they couldn't get stops when they needed to. The opposition just too comfortable shooting the basketball.
Well, you know what, Greg? When the defense is that lax, come on now. They honestly deserve to lose. You can't let a team get into that kind of a groove.
Richardson, good.
Yeah, they're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results.
Rockets trail by 6. Here's Carter Williams. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. There's Green with the 3. Good on the three-point shot.
Boy, I like how Carter Williams spreads the ball around. I mean, he opens up a lot of opportunities for his guys to shoot it.
Ellington kicks to Johnson. He feeds it to Richardson. Back to Johnson. Passes to Richardson. 4 on the clock. He kicks to Ellington. Johnson with a screen on Anderson. A shot by Ellington, no good. Rockets have gone 6 of 12 from the field here in the first quarter. Gordon dishes to Green. Gordon inside. Wade is covering, and there's Eric Gordon on the assist by Green.
And Gordon doing a nice job measuring these inside shots well. I mean, has a solid, quick release pretty much from anywhere on the floor.
Now, here's Wade. 14 points from him the last game against Charlotte.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
Here's Carter Williams. Nene, the screen. Carter Williams, the pass to Gordon. Kicks to Green. Nene with the screen on Richardson. The drive by Green. That shot missing. Some solid defense from Johnson. And Michael Carter Williams gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for Anderson. The Heat leading by 3. Wade passes to Adebayo. Richardson against Green. Richardson kicks to Wade. Ellington dishes to Johnson. Good ball movement here by Miami. From deep. Offensive rebound, Heat. Gets it to go. That one good from Adebayo.
His hard work on the backboard really just has given them more opportunities to score.
Carter Williams, the pass to Tucker. There's the triple. It's Adebayo with the rebound. Miami's gone 3 of 7 from three-point range in the first quarter. The shot by Wade, wide open. And the 3 off target.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
And the basket by Gordon.
I like how Gordon stays low to the ground, keeps that center of gravity anchored. Quick driving inside and excellent finishing at the basket.
Now here's Wade. He's making his presence felt offensively with his scoring average up there at almost 13 points a game. Here is Ellington. Johnson the screen. Johnson sets the screen for Richardson from beyond the arc, and the rebound goes to Nene. Rockets trail by 3. Gordon dishes to Carter Williams. Here's Tucker. The basket good off the assist from Carter Williams. Tucker's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Wade with it, and it's Gordon picking him up. And it's Wade again missing.
Yeah, that's just poor decision making. He's got to be better in those situations.
Greg, I just think he was in a hurry. He flat out rushed it. I mean, I don't know what he was thinking there. He actually was in a brain neutral position.
Now here's Carter Williams. Ellington defending, and Nene slams it in.
And passing with a purpose there. I love how Carter Williams keeps his teammates involved.
They time it right. They can end this quarter with a 2-for-1.
And that's how you want to end the quarters.
Green against Richardson. There's a screen. Back to Johnson. To end the run. Another miss by Wade.
It's just one of those games for him so far. Nothing seems to be finding the bottom of the net.
A nice shot by Tucker.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Now here's Ellington. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game.
Boy, you got to admire the mid-range game of Wade. Has this area of the floor on lock. I mean, incredibly efficient from here.
At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Rockets lead by 2. And the second quarter about to get started. We'll be back in just a moment. And you talk to Chris Paul, and it's clear he was born to play the point guard position.
Fortunately, I've always been vertically challenged, so I've never had to play power forward or center on anybody's team. I've been passing and getting into the lane, dishing the ball off to a teammate, helping people score my entire career.
Vertically challenged, that's classic coming from Chris Paul. But, you know, seriously, Greg, he's taken that challenge and made the most of what he's got. A terrific play.
Really, and you know what? He's actually turned that challenge on his head when he goes right at much bigger players and uses their size against them.
And so far, it's been a closely contested game as we get the second quarter up and going. And guys, for the Rockets, what jumps out to you from a numbers standpoint?
Getting high percentage looks, wearing down that defense on the inside.
Grinding away down low, man, just filing them down. Love the bully ball method. Paying off well.
They've got Carter Williams. Nene is out there with P.J. Tucker. Then there's Gerald Green, and it's Gordon in at the 2. That's the 5 for Houston right now. Now here's Gordon, and Green with the basket on the assist by Gordon. Green's got 6 points.
Boy, that was a rugged screen set there, fellas, and the defense didn't even try to go through that one.
And Greg, you hear about the competitive culture that this Miami Heat franchise has.
Yeah, and that doesn't always work for some teams, but it works for the Heat. This group will push each other all the time to be the best they can be. The practices have a feel of game-level intensity. And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
Now here's Carter Williams looking for his first basket still in this one. And stolen by Ellington. There's the pass to Richardson. Ellington kicks to Johnson. Richardson against Green. Wade for 3. The shot, no good. And the Rockets take it the other way. This, of course, their first chance to play Miami this season.
And this is a matchup that can frustrate them as they came up empty in their 2 games against them last year.
Guys, you wouldn't expect this year's series to go that way, but after last year, you never know.
And Miami calls their first time out of the game. Clark, you played with so many players throughout your terrific career. What was the one trait that you found made a player easy to play with on the floor?
Well, I think it starts with skill and ability, and everybody has that in the NBA. But attitude and demeanor, unselfishness is kind of where I'm headed there. Desire to do what's needed and to recognize strengths and weaknesses. And then the other piece was this personality, a real joy in playing the game. And those things, to me, always lent themselves to being a good teammate.
Catching up on the changes for Houston. Clint Capella, he's checked in for Nene. Anthony comes in for Gerald Green. James Harden, he's checked in for Gordon. And Paul subbed in for Carter Williams. Paul kicks to Anthony. Rebound by the Heat.
That's what they want. A good look from the mid-range game, hey, but unfortunately they came up empty.
Some nice ball movement here by the Heat. Pass to Whiteside. 17-foot shot on the way. Whiteside missing again. Rockets leading by 3. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, guys, Miami's Eric Spoelstra is known for his focus and his devotion to work. How does he stay centered? Yoga. He said, I like it because you have to keep your eyes on your own mat. If you're not focused on the spot in front of you, you'll fall over. And Kevin, that mindfulness translates across the board.
Mindfulness. That's an interesting way to look at things, D.A. Spo is a great communicator. Knows how to certainly get through to his team.
One shot.
And you watch the way the Rockets play, Clark, a little bit of 7 seconds or less, certainly from their coach, Mike D'Antoni. Green lights to shoot from anywhere. Just attractive basketball. A lot of fun to watch. Clark, just how much fun is it to play in a team like that?
Well, I would think it would be the ideal way to play. Everybody sharing the ball. There's plenty of possessions and opportunities. It's up and down trend. I mean, I think it's the way the game is intended to be played. There's a reason why Houston has done a great job of signing players the last few seasons, and part of it is their style and the chemistry the team seems to have in playing the way they do.
Now here's Dragic following the shot by Chris Paul, and Chris Paul picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Harden against Waiters. 6 on the shot clock. Feeds to Winslow over Anthony. And again, it's the Heat missing. Rockets leading by 6. Paul kicks to Anthony. Poked away. Stolen by Winslow. And here's the fast break. Winslow's leading the way. At the elbow, it's Whiteside. And here is Waiters. Back to Whiteside, trying to get back on track. Count it. Whiteside's got 8 points.
You know, the defense was on this shooter, but in the end, sometimes you just have to tip your hat to better offense.
Anthony right side. Shoots over Winslow. They get the rebound. Capella kicks to Harden. Another shot. His shot is good. Scores his 3rd basket in 6 tries. Shooting 50%.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness, Greg. I mean, if they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
Now, here's Dragic. They've been leaning on him for a decent chunk of their offense. He's averaging over 15 points a game. Back to Waiters. Over Harden. You can't get that one. Rockets leading by 6. Now, Tucker. He has 5. Harden outside. Now the feed to Carmelo. High arcing shot, and he got the whistle, so he'll have a 3-point play opportunity.
He knew what he wanted to do all along. The teardrop.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for Houston.
Really some great drives to the basket here early on for these guys.
They've been distributing the ball really well tonight, too. I mean, a decent number of assists so far for them.
Ryan Anderson, he's checked in for the Rockets.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. 1 shot.
That free throw good from Anthony.
And probably the prime memories with the Heat have to be from the Big 3 era. I mean, the team has done a great job of transitioning from that era to this current one, but classic example for me of reloading versus rebuilding.
Now here's Winslow. Pass to Whiteside. The Heat need to get a shot off. Launches a 3. Anthony with the defensive effort.
Another rebound hauled in. They're hitting the glass with a lot of passion.
Guys, that's been the key to their league. I mean, simply put, the effort they've displayed on the glass has been the difference.
And Greg, credit the Miami Heat front office and coaching staff for continuing to keep this team competitive despite losing several Hall of Fame type players in the last couple of years.
And that is never an easy task for a franchise to go through. But the Heat have stayed in the competitive picture with smart signings and trades, and don't discount the impact Eric Spoelstra has had on that roster.
Timeout called, the Heat.
Yeah, he's got to make some adjustments here. Just too easy to score in the lane against them right now.
Yeah, there's no reason why they should be scoring at will down there easily as they have. I mean, they've got to be more aggressive inside.
The kick out to Dragic. No good again that time.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Anthony, the pass to Paul. Kicks it out to Harden. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. That's 10 points for James Harden.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Whiteside, a screen on Paul. Dragic dishes to Whiteside. And he makes the bucket, drew contact, and gets the whistle, too.
Well, he's been excellent thus far, Kevin, but it still hasn't been enough to get them the lead.
Now with Whiteside, no matter what he is doing, he is always setting the tone. The way he goes about defending the rim, it's like he's taking it personally that these guys are not going to score on him.
And you know what? He's a tone setter defensively. He gives his group confidence when he's on the floor. And, you know, teams are starting to realize you simply do not go at Whiteside. The block numbers might be down, but his defensive impact is as high as ever.
And that one misses.
You know, guys, you've got to give much respect to the length of Whiteside. I mean, he's a hulking 7-footer who takes a lot of pride in being the defensive anchor for this team.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, Greg, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
Here's Waiters. James Harden picking up that last basket. Waiters into the lane. Can't connect from 13 feet out.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far.
Now here's Winslow following the shot by Chris Paul. Dragic with it. Wants to get it back to Whiteside and does. Parked down low that time, and he got the 3-second call. Just a moment to look back at how things were last season for this team as we look at the shot breakdown for the Rockets.
And they really based almost their entire offense around the three-point shot. Spread the floor, space the defense, and if the deep shots aren't falling, at least it should open things up inside.
And it's Houston's ball. They're on a 20-6 run. Screen by Capella from outside the arc, and Harden with the basket on the assist by Paul. And that's 15 points for James Harden. The Heat trail by 17. There's the dish to Winslow, and the dunk by Winslow.
And if that doesn't get them fired up, guys, nothing will.
Greg, just what the doctor ordered, huh? Some high-flying annex to narrow the deficit.
Tell you what, fellas, that could give them the energy boost they've been looking for.
And the dunk by Capella.
Oh, I like how Capella stays one step ahead of the posse on defense. Has a real good sense of body control.
Miami's got nothing but zeros from long range in the second quarter. 0 of 4. Olynyk against Anderson. And Capella sends it back.
You know what? He's just stone cold right now. Really not sure if he's their best option offensively as they try to get back in this game.
Harden kicks to Anderson. Paul against Dragic. Here's Anderson. Good work defensively by Whiteside. The Heat trail by 17. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill. And really, the improvement as a finisher is noticeable for Kelly Olynyk.
Screen by Capella. Dragic against Paul. And Whiteside sends it back. And Waiters kicks to Dragic. Whiteside a screen, and it's Dragic off the drive. It's good on the putback.
Way to work the glass, buffet style. Second chance buckets. They can make a big difference.
And now the first timeout called here for the Rockets.
And you know, normally when you look at a guy like Whiteside with the field goal percentage and all, you'd think it's all about dunks. But I tell you what, he's improved his entire repertoire of scoring options near the rim. And now he's even showing that he can step out and knock down that little face-up 15-footer.
Looking at who's out there now for the Rockets. Nene, he's checked in for Clint Capella. Green comes in for Carmelo Anthony. Gordon's checked in for James Harden. And it's Carter Williams in for Paul. Here's Richardson. Anderson with the block. Now here's Carter Williams. Ellington defending. Gordon against Wade, and it's Gordon penetrating. Here's Nene, and plenty of contact on the shot, so 2 free throws coming up. And the foul goes against Miami. Whiteside earlier in his career didn't have as many options to score, but Greg, he's been very conscious of keeping that improvement of his game, and especially on the offensive end.
And Whiteside has been self-motivated since he's come back to the NBA. He's got the great lift. He gets the hooks. He's got that baby hook up over the defenders, the soft shooting touch, and he just continues to improve offensively, all the while still being a force on the defensive side of the floor.
No good on the free throw. Clark, you were a fantastic rebounder your entire career. What do you feel gave you the edge over the other players on the glass?
You know, one of my fellow Buckeye greats, actually the greatest Buckeye of all time in basketball, I think, was Jerry Lucas. And he talked an awful lot about rebounding being more about timing and pursuit of the ball than anything else. And I had a good gift of timing, and I clearly was chasing down that pumpkin as well as most. And those were the things that allowed me to be a good rebounder: good timing, good hands, and pursuit of the basketball. It wasn't complicated, but some of it was giftedness. The other part was persistence and hard work.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And really a reflection of their superior effort level to this point. And it seems to me they've gone after this win a little bit more.
Pass to Adebayo. Here's Richardson. 7 points in the game. They set the pick. Goes back up. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It's on Nene.
No, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one.
The Heat have shot just 1 free throw, missing that one earlier.
And collectively, they're only about 73% as a unit right now.
You know, I know that's an aspect they've been trying to address as a team. I mean, they've got to get those free throw numbers up and improved.
First free throw is good.
That's all you, man.
That misses, so he splits the free throws. And you ask any Houston fan who the greatest player in the history of the franchise is, and they all say Hakeem Olajuwon. Clark, you played against Olajuwon. Just how great a player was he, and what does he mean to this Rockets franchise today?
Boy, he was special. A first ballot Hall of Famer, brought the only titles in franchise history to the Rockets, and could do everything you want from a big guy. Graceful, strong, a presence defensively and on the glass, unselfish. They called him Hakeem the Dream for good reason. That dude was a dream to play with and a nightmare for opponents.
They grab their own miss, and he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up.
And you know what? Very close to a 3-point play right there.
Yeah, he almost got that one down. I mean, those are the kind of aggressive plays coaches love to see.
The Heat have shot 1 of 3 from the line tonight, missing 2 earlier on. The first free throw is good. He doesn't get the second one. Outside Gordon. And that's not going to go. And so we wrap up the first half. The Rockets on top. They lead by 13. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. Mike, nice showing offensively in the first half. How do you keep that going?
We just got to keep sharing the ball. And, you know, if you're open, knock it down, stay confident. But the most important thing is us keep sharing the ball, making the extra pass.
Michael, you did a great job in the first half. Thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everybody. It's the halftime show on 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. James Harden led the way in the first half. He ended up with 15 points, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists. Coming off a great performance last game, tonight he looked like he had that same aggressive mindset. What'd you think, Shaq, about the first half we saw from the Rockets?
Well, it was an unselfish, team-oriented half of basketball. The ball never stopped moving. Their offense had a great flow to it. It prevented anyone from getting lazy out there. They're always moving, cutting, knowing where they need to pass the ball, Ernie.
And Kenny, what are your thoughts on Miami?
It looked like they were shooting threes blindfolded. Sometimes you could get cold, but that was atrocious. It was scary. But they also looked scattered out there, and I think that disorganization was the main issue for them missing those shots. They need to establish themselves better into a better rhythm in the second half and avoid relying so heavily on the three-point shot.
And that will conclude our halftime presentation. We take you back to Kevin Harlan for the second half.
Welcome back, everybody. Third quarter just about to get going here in what has been so far a runaway game. An exceptional performance so far from James Harden.
Well, they've done a good job of letting the game come to them, and really few forced shots here so far.
And, you know, Greg, I like how they've set the pace. There's a lot of time left in this one, so there's no rush. You don't have to go 70 miles an hour. Keep it at about 45.
Welcome back, everyone, to the start of the second half. Big margin on our hands, but we'll see if that gap narrows down in the third and fourth quarters. Here's who Eric Spoelstra is starting the second half with. Waiters and Winslow are the wings. Olynyk down low with Whiteside. And it's Dragic in at the point guard position.
Well, it's surprising that he clunked that one. I mean, especially since the defense was nowhere to be found. I'm still kind of trying to figure out how that one went in. Don't think they drew it up that way, but hey, it still counts because it worked.
Now here's Paul. Dishes it to Capella. Paul is screen on Whiteside. Here's Anthony. Can't hit that one. Excellent D there from Waiters. And it's the Heat on the break. Winslow wide open. He fires. No good there, and that would have cut it to single digits. Anderson passes to Harden. The kick out to Anderson. To the middle. Here's Capella. And it's blocked by Whiteside.
And Whiteside takes great pride in rejecting shots. Outstanding at getting his arms up and denying shooters.
Now here's Paul. After the miss from Goran Dragic. And it's Dragic with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
I mean, I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
Yeah, it looked like it. I mean, he kind of slid underneath as he got to the spot, too.
Here's Capella. He dishes it to Harden. Anthony in the corner.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there. Nothing seems to be falling. That's a big donut, folks, here to start the second half. 4 straight they've missed.
Dragic dishes to Whiteside. Shoots over Capella. And the dunk by Winslow.
And that's a huge play. I mean, they need more like it because second chance points are going to be key in this game.
Probably so. That's usually a crucial element to any comeback.
Yeah, and if you look at it, had they been converting those second chances all along instead of waiting until now, who knows?
Clark, you know we like to reach out to the fans and have them send in questions, so I've got one right now. Here's Alex in Ohio, of all places. He asks, what sport other than basketball are you best at?
I specialized early, Alex. I was a decent athlete, had good hands, could catch and throw a football pretty well, but didn't like the contact there. Right now, I'm actually just a good workout guy, and I'm trying to become a better than average golfer.
And the first one drops.
And Chris Paul, very much one of the best and most talented point guards in the league. A really poised floor leader who always is talking and is really an excellent leader, too.
And both free throws good from Paul.
You know, one of the great strengths of Coach D'Antoni, to me, Kevin, is he really gives his players a lot of confidence. And his philosophy really clicks with players. They're comfortable playing for him. They know their responsibilities, and they play hard for D'Antoni. That defense was totally lost. Don't know how you let a shooter get off such a clean look from beyond the arc. Come on, you got to pay attention.
Now here's Paul. 9 points in the game so far. Harden gets the bucket. And to what you said about Mike D'Antoni, he sees his players and asks, what can they do instead of what can't you do?
And, you know, he's had a lot of success last season elevating the Rockets and winning Coach of the Year in the process.
And the Heat call time here.
And let's review some numbers for Ryan Anderson. This last month, he has been a real positive for this team. First in three-point shooting, and not many players convert opportunities inside as well as he. Top 15 in field goal percentage.
And not only is he hitting from deep, he's doing it with great consistency. One of our league's most efficient three-point shooters.
I mean, even from over here, you could see that one pretty clearly.
No question about it, Greg. I mean, a ton of contact and a good call by the officials.
Miami shooting their 6th and 7th free throw attempts tonight.
Shooting 2.
He's off on the first. He hits the second from the line. Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. Paul kicks to Capella. They set the pick. Here's Harden on the wing. And it's out of bounds to the Rockets as Houston retains possession. And a chance here to take a look at the shooting chart for Harden.
And the work he's doing from deep has been fun to watch. Great looks, and he's knocking them down. His ability and threat to drop those long-range bombs on a defense really makes their offense click.
On defense, the Heat.
He's been wayward and just off on about everything he's put up in this period.
And the foul on Carmelo Anthony. That's his first foul. P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for the Rockets. The Heat trail by 10. Here's Dragic. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. Dragic has got 5 points in the quarter. Outside Anthony. Now here's Tucker. He's got 5, and the bucket counts. 3-point chance here.
And though lacking some height, Kevin, Tucker has the bounce, the reach, and the strength and attitude to do damage inside.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. And that one misses. And beyond his ability to shine on the basketball floor, you have to commend Carmelo Anthony's effort, Greg, to get NBA players and other athletes more involved in making the world a better place.
Yeah, I mean, there's still a lot of work to be done, but guys like Melo see what is beyond the world of basketball. He's spoken out as well as done the legwork of being active in his communities, and a lot of charity work for Melo. It's just nice to see the maturation process play out.
Here is Harden, following the score by Miami. Anthony on the wing. Back to Harden. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Waiters. And a quick look now at the NBA scoring leaders. James Harden is second.
And his contribution to his team offensively cannot be understated. He is always leading the way for them with his ability to put up points.
Now, here's Capella. He's playing a pretty big role for him at the offensive end, averaging about 12.5 points a game.
And he really seems to just have lost his touch at halftime.
Anthony's shot is off. And Waiters has it in the corner. That's in, coming off an assist from Dragic. Waiters got 8 points.
Being aware there, excellent recognition, fantastic playmaking leading to the nice shot.
Ball against Dragic. Paul kicks it to Tucker. Knocks down the 3-ball. Tucker's got 5 points now this quarter.
Tell you what, Kevin, there aren't many players who would have even seen that pass, but when we're talking about Chris Paul, he's got unique vision, unlike most anybody else.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Now, here is Harden. 18 points for him. Paul passes to Harden. Here's Capella. And the layup's good off the glass. Capella's got his second bucket of the night.
Love how Capella stays alert on the offensive board, creating second chance opportunities thanks to that activity.
And Capella over to help. Kept alive. Second chance shot. Got a piece of it. They retain possession. Kicks it to Whiteside. He feeds it to Winslow. And the pass to Dragic. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The tray goes up again. Foul on the play. Basket counts, so it'll be a 3-point play chance.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for Houston.
They keep piling up the assists, and they haven't cooled off at all.
They've really been on fire from beyond the arc tonight, too. I mean, a lot of their points have come from out there.
Catching up on the changes for Houston. Nene, he's checked in for Capella. Green comes in for Carmelo Anthony. Eric Gordon, he's checked in for James Harden. And it's Carter Williams in for Paul. Rockets leading by 6. Outside Gordon. He kicks it to Green. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. They get Hassan Whiteside. For Houston, they have shot the ball pretty well from the line, going 8 of 11.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
One of the things they've done, guys, is taken pride in their free throw shooting this season, and rightfully so.
Free throw good, Green. Adebayo is checked in for Whiteside. Both free throws good from Green. Here's Waiters. He's got 8. There's a good screen. And it's Wade in the corner. That's short off the rim.
Yeah, that's just poor decision making. He's got to be better in those situations.
Greg, I just think he was in a hurry. He flat out rushed it. I mean, I don't know what he was thinking there. He actually was in a brain neutral position.
Now here's Carter Williams. after Dwayne Wade's miss, and he makes that one. That's 7 points for Nene.
What a smart pass by Carter Williams right there.
Timeout called the Heat. The Heat making a switch here. Richardson's checked in.
And taking a look now at the stats for Gordon. How last month turned out for him. He's averaging 10 points a game, 2 assists, and 2 rebounds. And you look at those numbers, not bad. But, guys, I think he can do better, and he knows it.
And he has high expectations for himself as well, guys, but he just hasn't delivered fully on his potential yet.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Well, the defensive rotations, Greg, have been a step slow, and it's really helped them get that ball inside time after time.
Nene, the screen. Green dishes to Carter Williams. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Green's got 3 assists now in this one.
And for a guard, Carter Williams has a lot of size, and he uses it well, especially in the post.
Now here's Johnson. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Pass to Adebayo. Good ball movement here by the Heat. Shot clock at 5. Richardson kicks to Ellington. And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
Yeah, still moving a little bit when he set that screen. He'll argue that he was set, but I really didn't think so.
It was very close, and I wouldn't mind letting them play on that one. It wasn't blatant by any means.
Nene, the screen. And last season, one of the first where a coach was not let go during the regular season. A rarity, Clark, in the NBA. Do you think coaches get too much of the blame at times?
Yeah, I would agree with that, Kevin. It's a great responsibility and challenge to coach in the NBA, but more times than not, they do sometimes get an unfair share of the blame for what happens on the court.
And he knocks down the first one. Both free throws good from Green.
And one difference this half is that when they get to the line, they're converting.
Ellington kicks to Johnson. Green against Richardson. Ellington the pass to Wade. Here's Adebayo. Feeds it to Wade. They set the pick. Pass to Ellington. 3-pointer. And that one is off. Gordon with the defensive effort. Houston leading by 12. Here's Tucker. Tries again. Gordon kicks to Nene. Kept alive. Now the feed to Tucker. They kick it out to Green. The 3. Here's Nene. The dish to Carter Williams. They shoot again. Here's Green. The basket good off the assist from Carter Williams. Green's got 15.
Well, I tell you what, I like the clip he's shooting at. Extremely effective. If you're on defense now, you got to get the ball out of his hands.
Ellington dishes to Wade. Here's Adebayo. Count it from 12. 8 points for him.
And, you know, guys, Wade is a terrific teammate, always willing to give up the ball and share the sugar, if you will, especially when his teammate is wide open.
And you look at all the accomplishments, all the great moments from Wade's career. No doubt he is going to the Hall as soon as he's eligible. One of the greatest 2 guards to ever play.
Oh, and a fast break for the Heat. And it's blocked by Gordon. And it's out of bounds to the Heat as Miami retains possession. And the Rockets making a change here. Anderson's checked in. Wade passes to Richardson. Johnson kicks to Ellington. Wade outside. Back to Johnson. Clock at 6. Johnson the screen. And here's Richardson outside. Great positioning on the putback. Houston leading by 10. Carter Williams dishes to Gordon. Back to Carter Williams. On the wing, Green. Over Richardson. Green missing again. And it's shocking when you look at the numbers that Wade has had over the years. He never won an MVP award. Certainly, Greg played like an MVP in some of his seasons.
But the rest of the accolades are there for D. Wade. All the trips to the All-Star game, the first team, all defense, the all-NBA teams. But most important to him and his legacy are the 3 NBA titles.
Now, here's Richardson. He has 7. Passes to Wade. Shot clock at 6. Johnson kicks to Richardson. From deep three-point range, it's rebounded by Houston. Anderson's got his 3rd rebound tonight.
Tell you what, Kevin, it would be helpful if he would start to contribute a little more on offense, because when he's missing, it makes it really hard for this team.
Oh no, he's the last guy you want to put on the line. You can just about book the points every time he steps up there.
The first one falls.
And Eric Gordon has long been noted as a terrific shooter, but I felt like he was able to display just how great he can be last season. Had that green light whenever he was on the floor, and really near the top of the league in terms of threes attempted and made.
And for Gordon, he's been a great catch-and-shoot player in the past, Greg. The difference last season was the improvement in his pull-up threes.
And there is a world of difference between shooting a 3 off the pass as opposed to off the dribble. The pull-up threes are what make players like Steph Curry so hard to guard. And when Gordon added that to his game, I think it helped his overall ability to score the basketball.
The defender there in the neighborhood, but not quite close enough. Good shot.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Now here's Carter Williams. D right on him. Gordon against Wade. And it's Gordon missing. Wade kicks to Ellington. And here's Richardson. And we've watched 3 so far in this one. Rockets lead by 9. And don't go away. We'll be back momentarily. Head coach Eric Spoelstra mic'd up along the sideline. Let's check it out.
All right, put together 3 or 4 stops in a row. Come on, just concentrate on good basketball right now.
Compressing it down to these few minutes, Eric Spoelstra asking his guys to focus in defensively.
And talking to one another, quicker rotations, the help has to be there on time if they want to come up with these stops.
3 quarters in the books, folks. Glad to have you with us. Welcome back as we get going. As Paul and Gordon are the backcourt pair. Anderson is out there with Anthony. Bennett's Nene in at the center. That's the 5 for Houston right now.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg.
Well, I like the way he capped off that drive. The one-hand hole punch.
James Harden, he's checked in for Gordon. And then for Miami, Whiteside's checked in for Adebayo. Kelly Olynyk comes in for Johnson. And it's Dragic in for Dwayne Wade.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
That's good from Richardson. Rockets leading by 6. Now Paul. Nene, the screen. Here's Harden. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. And that's 20 points for James Harden. The Heat shooting 43% from the field. Dragic kicks to Whiteside. Over Nene. Whiteside, good.
Boy, I really love the way Dragic spreads that ball around.
And it's Houston's ball. 17 points was their biggest margin. Paul outside. Kicks it out to Harden. From deep. He makes his 9th shot of the game. He has only missed 4.
Another one. Man, he's just gotten into a great rhythm out there.
And I'll tell you what, Greg, once he finds that rhythm, he's hard to guard. Shots come easy for him.
Oh, power flush with a long hang on the rim at the end of that
could, that could be a catalyst for him. It really could.
We've seen those kinds of plays get them going in the past.
Houston making a switch here. Capella's checked in, and Miami with a change here too. Waiters is checked in.
One shot.
And that one misses. Well, Swiss center Clint Capella is up there as one of the most efficient players in the league. He's only 22, but he's efficient mostly because all his shots come right at the basket, right on the doorstep. Last season, he finished near the top of the league, in fact, in field goal percentage.
And for a while, he was leading the league, if I recall correctly, Kevin. Capella knows who he is, what he's about, and what his team needs from him. So he finishes off his chances that are created by guards penetrating. Not flashy, but very effective.
Free throw, good, Paul.
And that puts him right around 90 from the free throw line. Really good work here in the second half.
And so Paul nails both of them.
Well, I tell you what, like how cool and collected he was getting the job done at the line in this one.
Dragic against Paul. Screen by Olynyk. Dragic with it. 6 to shoot. Waiters outside. Over Anthony. Offensive rebound Heat.
There's another opportunity, and everything's going right for these guys.
I mean, he is just demoralizing his opponent right now on the backcourt. They didn't want anything to do with him on that possession. Almost like they were just giving up on the play.
Greg, I love his ability to carry his team for long stretches in games. And we're right now in one of those stretches. He's been doing this for a couple of games in a row now, so he's rolling.
Yeah, easy call.
Yeah, you can hear the smack all the way over here where we are.
And watching James Harden, the amount of shots he is able to create for himself and his teammates, he just does so much from his position that is unrivaled. One of the greatest offensive threats, not only today, but really of the last decade.
First one falls for him. And for Harden, he's been in the conversation, Greg, for MVP for several years. The way he's able to just carry an offense with his creativity garners attention.
And Kevin, I think he might have won it last year if it wasn't for the amazing season put in by Russell Westbrook. Don't count Harden out, though. He's such a unique talent on offense. Maybe this will be his year to bring home that MVP award.
The Heat trail by 9. Dragic kicks to Winslow. They set the screen. Lets it go with a 3. The rebound by Anderson. Anderson's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Paul is screen on Dragic. Anderson the screen. Here's Paul. But they get it back. Anthony, the pass to Anderson. Paul with the ball. Now guarded by Dragic. Anderson the screen. Here's Paul. And it's blocked by Whiteside. Harden against Waiters. Shoots from the corner. Dragic with another miss.
That's good offense. The shot didn't go down, but they'll live with that.
Paul goes in. Lets the 3 fly. And it's Miami with the rebound. Winslow's got 3 rebounds now in this one. Looking to get back on track here. Again, Dragic missing.
And that's the shot you want to create. They just can't get it to fall.
That's what I call an everything but. Good execution, just didn't knock it down. But you're right, they're happy with that shot. He's definitely turned things around in this game. I mean, he was more of a background player in the first half. He's jumped center stage now.
And the replay is courtesy of Under Armour. Unleash chaos. It was a great sequence from the steal all the way to the finish at the other end. Now here's Dragic, the fast break opportunity, and they pick up 2. Now just a 5-point Rocket lead.
Well, I like that he shows no hesitation there.
Well, that's as easy as it gets, quite honestly. Riding solo and coasting all the way to the rack. No simpler than that.
Now here's Paul. Harden outside. A 3-ball. Rebound by Olynyk. Olynyk's got his 3rd rebound on the night. Here's Whiteside. And the rejection by Harden. Puts one up from 19. And Chris Paul the bucket on the assist by Anthony. Anthony's got 4 assists now tonight. The Heat trail by 7. And Waiters kicks to Olynyk. Outside Dragic. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. That's on Clint Capella.
And Dragic came into the NBA with something on his resume that not many other rookies have. He has a ring from winning the Slovenian Pro League the year before he came to America.
And that one falls for Dragic. So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe. Well, you could feel the clock ticking for Melo's time in New York, and this offseason, it finally ended, Greg.
Yeah, and for a team like this to add Melo to the mix, what a blessing. I mean, Melo still has a ton of offense to offer, and hard to add a player so skilled as Melo for practically nothing.
Now here's Waiters. Following the shot by Chris Paul. Just 4 to shoot. Waiters and Capella sends it back.
And every season, Capella has improved as a shot blocker. Timing, awareness, recognition. He's really good at erasing shot attempts.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Well, when you look at the assist totals, heck, they've been clearly the better team.
Here's Dragic after the made shot from Carmelo Anthony. Dragic kicks to Olynyk. Good ball movement here by Miami. Right side against Capella. There's Dragic with the 3. Drills it from outside. Dragic has got 13 points here in the second half alone. Paul against Dragic. Capella sets a screen for Anthony. Paul for 3. That one falls coming off Anthony's feet. Anthony's got his 5th assist in this one. Here's Dragic. On the wing, Winslow. It's Whiteside, top of the key. There's the pick. Just 5 to shoot, and taken away by Paul. Anthony dishes to Paul. Back to Anthony. Shoots the 3. Rebound by Olynyk. Olynyk's got his 4th rebound in this one.
And I love how his teammates have stepped up for him. He's struggling, but they're ramping it up and getting it done this quarter.
Winslow kicks to Olynyk. Offline with his 3. Rockets leading by 8. Anthony up on top. It's deflected. And here's the fast break. Winslow's leading the way. That shot off. Good work defensively by Paul. Rockets have gone 5 of 12 from the field entering the 4th quarter. Anthony's shot is off.
Wow, what a rough second half for him shooting the basketball. Maybe you adopt a pass-first mentality at this point.
Waiters no luck.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
Harden's shot is good.
Not shot from outside. There's no doubt about that. Spreading the floor and getting them up.
Love the mentality there, I tell you. I know I've never coached, but, man, playing to win and being aggressive even with the lead as opposed to being safe and going into prevent offense, I'll take the former all day long. Play to win.
Right side, no good.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
That's an example of Chris Paul reading the floor and being aggressive. The defense can't react quick enough, and he gets a trip to the line.
Shooting 2, gentlemen.
Free throw good, Paul.
And he's been to the line much more here than he was in that first half. He's not playing nearly as tentatively as he was earlier.
And Paul drills both of them. The Heat trail by 13. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Here's Waiters. Knocks down the 10-footer. Waiters got 10 points in just the second half.
You know, he was a non-factor in that first half, but now he's making up for lost time.
Paul passes to Harden. Anderson the screen. Harden dishes to Paul. Out of bounds. Miami takes possession. Miami's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the 4th quarter. Got a piece of it. Paul with the steal. Olynyk with the steal. Winslow against Anthony. And Olynyk kicks to Dragic. Dishes it to Whiteside. Goes up on the wing. He doesn't hit that one. The Rockets go the other way with it. Paul against Dragic. Here's Harden. Good, and Paul gets the assist. Paul's got 9 assists now tonight.
Boy, has he put his foot on the pedal here this quarter. He's doing a terrific job in terms of leading their offense.
Now a timeout called by Miami. One of the stories here, James Harden getting it done today.
And, you know, Kevin, he's on another level right now. Knocking down threes left and right. The defense isn't doing their job, and I think they've got to talk about it quickly.
And now let's present our Jordan Player of the Game, James Harden.
And, guys, he's been about as close to perfection as you can be. The intensity he's played with has been amazing. Just no let up. And as fired up as he's been, he's never let his emotions get out of control.
What a connection he has to these fans. They love him here. And the more he has games like this, the deeper that connection gets. Wade, he's checked in for Miami. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. I was able to hear Eric Spoelstra coaching the team during the break. He is not happy with the turnovers. He said, we have got to get some shots. It's as simple as that, guys. Play smart and value the basketball. We'll see if the message sunk in, Kevin.
Thank you, David. They can burn some clock if they want to.
And get a little breather as well.
Knocked away. Olynyk with the steal. 1:57 left here in the fourth quarter. Whiteside, a screen on Harden. Olynyk in the corner. Misses the three.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Trying to break that ice-cold streak. Capella. And so he earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact, and he'll shoot two.
Man, it's nice to see Capella get that deep position inside, and then he's able to draw the foul as he forces the defense to whack him.
And he can't get the first one.
Well, I tell you what, it's really impressive how Capella has improved his role so quickly, Kevin. I mean, he's a starting caliber center known for his defense, but continues to make strides on offense, too.
And he sinks the second. The Heat trail by 12. Dragic with it. Now Anthony defending. Whiteside, a screen on Paul. Winslow kicks to Wade. And two free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
Man, the confidence and flair that Wade plays with, uniquely his own. A dynamite two-guard who is also a clutch performer.
Take a break. Take a break. Two shots.
And the first one at the line is good. Both free throws good from Wade. And stolen by Whiteside. Here's Dragic. And Capella sends it back. Anthony against Winslow. Screen by Capella. Wade against Harden. Back to Paul. Shot clock at 6. Houston needs to get a shot off. And it's Capella missing.
Yeah, good interior D there prevents the deuce.
And, you know, that's not easy at all. When guys get this close to the bucket, it's tough to stop the basket.
Now here's Paul. Justice Winslow missing his last shot. Paul kicks to Anderson. Shoots over Olynyk. And, yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim.
And giving the fans what they came to see, a spirited performance.
Well, they've got to be pleased with the effort they've seen so far tonight. Everybody pitching in for what looks to be a solid W.
Guys, you've got to think a basket here would seal it.
No question. That would be all she wrote.
The shot and game clock separated by 4. Harden kicks to Anthony. Shoots over Winslow. Not enough on that one as it misses. Here's Wade. He dishes it to Whiteside. There's Dragic with the three. So we see Houston taking the W here. Some good competition, but the hometown advantage and their ability to stay focused, I think, made the difference.
Yeah, and the first step in becoming a good team is your ability to win at home. And they really seem to revel in that opportunity. And this is what they came out to do.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Chris, big win tonight. What do you think was the biggest factor?
I mean, I don't know. You know, it was just our defense. You know, obviously our offense fed off of it. Guys made open shots, but I think we really locked down defensively, and that's what we're trying to make sure is that we're a defensive team every night.
Well, you were a defensive team tonight, Chris. Thanks for your time. Kevin?
David, thank you as always. And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.